We spend billions on gym memberships, cold plunges, and macro tracking apps, trying to engineer the perfect physical machine. Yet, despite being stronger and faster than ever, we're living through an epidemic of chronic exhaustion, anxiety, and spiritual burnout. Now, let's rewind to 527 AD in China. Buddhist monks were experiencing the exact opposite problem, pursuing spiritual enlightenment through extreme, prolonged physical stillness. Sitting immobile for hours, days, and years, their muscles atrophied, their circulation slowed to a crawl. They achieved incredible feats of mental discipline, but their physical bodies were weak, constantly sick, and breaking down decades before their time. Treating human health as a disconnected system, where you either cultivate the mind at the expense of the body or build the body while starving the mind, is a path to biological failure. This fatal imbalance went unchecked until an Indian monk named Da Mo arrived here at the Shaolin temple, recognizing their physiological deterioration was killing them. To solve this problem, Da Mo took a radical step. He retreated to a mountain cave above the temple and sat in silent, continuous meditation for 9 unbroken years. When he emerged, his new philosophy changed Chinese Buddhism. He realized the physical body is the vital biological engine required to fuel spiritual perfection. That single insight transformed Eastern spirituality from a purely abstract mental exercise into an applied science of human biology. Da Mo's resulting texts functioned as a biological operating manual designed to mechanicalize the union of mind and body. Phase 1 of this manual is known as Yi Jin Jing, or muscle and tendon changing. The core premise is that before a physical machine can safely handle high levels of internal energy, its outer structure must be reinforced. This diagram shows how the training works. It forces dormant channels throughout the body to light up, allowing bioenergy, qi, to circulate without resistance. As that energy pulses outward, it fortifies surrounding muscles and tendons, shielding the physical structure against damage. Building an unbreakable physical vessel serves as the mandatory prerequisite for surviving the deep internal transformation that follows. Once the outer structure is secure, the manual moves to phase 2, Shi Sui Jing, or marrow washing. This is a highly secretive process of directing that newly generated energy deep into the skeletal system. This bone cross-section shows why this works. Science verifies that bone marrow acts as the primary biological factory for producing blood cells. The ancient text claims that washing this marrow with concentrated energy optimizes the factory, pumping out highly efficient blood. When that fresh, nutrient-dense blood reaches the organs, it enables cells to rapidly divide and repair surrounding biological tissue. The result is a fortified immune system and a significant slowdown in cellular aging. True biological longevity is engineered from the deepest layers of human anatomy outward. With the body fortified and producing optimal fuel, the practitioner enters the ultimate phase of Damu's system. They push this refined, marrow-produced energy upward, driving it through the spine and directly into the brain. The ancient monks called this brainwashing. The goal is to intensely nourish the neurological command center in order to raise the Shen, the core spirit or vitality of the practitioner. It is this hyper-nourished, highly energized brain state that actually gives the practitioner the capacity to achieve mental peace and spiritual enlightenment. In this system, spiritual transcendence functions as the final mechanical output of a perfectly tuned biological engine. Da Mo's internal technology worked. It restored the health of the sickly Shaolin monks and transformed them into lethal, unbreakable martial artists. The results were so undeniable that rival Taoist hermits living in the mountains co-opted these exact physical methods to achieve extreme, historically documented lifespans. Because this internal technology yielded such immense human power, it was hoarded as a fiercely guarded secret for over 1,400 years. But the era of secrecy is over. Today, you can find massive populations of people practicing these exact Qigong techniques out in the open, adopting them for holistic health. And we're reaching a fascinating convergence. Modern clinical science, by mapping neuroplasticity and bioelectricity,
is just now beginning to verify the anatomical architecture that Damo outlined all those centuries ago. You cannot out-meditate a sick body, and you cannot exercise your way to a peaceful mind. True vitality requires an unbreakable